We will start this match really soon. The round already started, but Ali Al-Hamadi has went to have a quick restroom break. So he's back now. So we will start now. It's a bit awkward going around judging and commentating this tournament at the same time, but this is what I'm here for. Okay, apparently Ali Al-Hamadi gave me his team on a paper, but his actual team is different from what's on the paper, so he's going to show us how to teach his Landorus knockoff. I do believe it's the last one on the left. I remember all the good moves are on the last one on the left, so. Yeah, you can see it's not there, it's on the last one. There he is, Ali putting me in an awkward position, waiting for him to finish his team while we were on stream. Guys on the stream watching, please let me know if the audio is good, especially the microphone versus the in-game audio, and also in terms of the background noise. I tried my best keeping the noise to a minimum by sitting in the corner, but I can see the audio levels from the microphone being a little bit higher than I want it to be, but it's not something I can control, however. Okay, we're starting the game now. All right, thanks Blazon for the feedback. So for the first round we have Wolverine, aka Ali Al-Hamadi versus Ma'ruf, Mohammed Khouri. Ali Al-Hamadi's team is Suicune, Blaziken, Thunderous, Venusaur, Landorus, Therian, and Heatran, while Ma'ruf's team is Gardevoir, Gengar, Conkeldurr, Gyarados, Arcanine, and Excadrill. Both have really interesting teams here. Hello, Ragu 1234. Both players are taking their time considering their options. It's easy to see why, with both having quite interesting teams. With such teams, you really want to just take that extra time and considering how to approach the opposing team. So 10 seconds left, we should be starting. Yeah, there we go. Sorry for that. We see Suicune and Thundurus from Ali's side, and Conkeldurr and Gyarados from Muhammad's side. Interesting leads from both sides. Suicune usually going for the Tailwind at the beginning, while Thundurus is usually shuts down the annoying stuff in the beginning, plus Thunder Waving things. While it looks like Muhammad going for the full offensive here with Conkeldurr and Gyarados right from the start. Ian Rocket is asking, will you force the timer in this tournament? Yes, I will be enforcing it. Once the timer hits 45 minutes remaining, I will be calling the time. There we see the first attack, a critical hit, Thunderbolt straight onto the Conkeldurr. Really nice start here, straight for the hacks. There's the Ice Fang, doing alright damage. There's the Ice Punch, doubling into the Thundurus and knocking it out right away. So Thundurus living up to its name, going right for the hacks, living and dying by the hacks. We see Venusaur coming in from Ali's side. Things are looking interesting now. Turn one already passed, and it's already a 4 versus 3. There we see Mega Venusaur, not something we see very often, but still something to look out for. See a nice beam going into the Gyarados. Not sure if I agree with that. Gyarados going for the Dragon Dance, setting up a bit. We're not entirely sure if that's Mega Gyarados or not, but looking at didn't Mega Evolve yet, it probably isn't. But usually people stay on the regular Gyarados form just for the flying type resistances. You might have noticed Conkeldurr's name, Moljim. That's actually kind of a thing where you see someone is Moljim, that he's from the gym. He's the gym guy. So we see another Ice Beam. It doesn't do much. There's a Sludge Bomb doing enough to knock it out. That's an interesting Gyarados. Where is his team? I've had everyone right now on his teams, but things are a little messy on my side. Actually, turns out he didn't give me his paper with the team. In any case, I guess we'll have to see what's going on. We see I'm too short, X-Schedule from Mohammed's side. It's going. They're trading knockouts so far. Going a bit slowly though. No, I'm not not sure if bringing the X-Schedule was a good idea here, but we'll see what's Mohammed's last Pokemon. There's the Airhead going straight into the Venusaur, but Venusaur taking it quite nicely. Flinching the Venusaur. Okay, it's looking good for Mohammed so far. With the Conkeldurr just staying there and doing good damage alongside with the X-Hydra. It survives with just 1 HP. Wow. 1 HP and down goes X-Hydra. Conkeldurr should be able to pick up the knockout. Unfortunately, that won't happen with the sleep powder, putting the Conkeldurr to sleep. A very unfortunate turn of events for Mohammed. Venusaur surviving with 1 HP and getting hit by a 75% accuracy move, preventing him from taking that knockout onto the Venusaur. With Arcanine, it looks a bit awkward for him, with the Suicune being able to do good damage against it with the Scald. It's looking interesting. There's a protect onto the Venusaur. That's kind of expected. Wow, single turn wake up. There's a wild charge. Wow. That's one way to deal with this Suicune. Okay, maybe Mohammed isn't out just yet. So it's a 2 versus 2 right now. Oh, Heatran. Doesn't look like Ali is in a good position. Venusaur is going down for sure this turn, with Heatran not going to like taking a Drain Punch from the Conkeldurr. Plus, Heatran probably won't do much onto the Arcanine without the Earth Power. But even then, it still has to deal with the Conkeldurr. Going for the extreme speed. Not sure if it's necessary, considering Arcanine is actually faster, naturally faster than Venusaur. And there we see the Heat Wave, not doing much, but with the Drain Punch, he'll heal all that back up. And that's basically game 1 at this point. All he needs to do is, and there we see the forfeit menu coming up, and that's 1-0 for Mohammed. A very nice first game. Let's see if Ali can make a comeback.
Whether he passes or fails, the investigator may then move or perform the action. After having attempted to evade a monster, the investigator may freely move and take actions without having to try to evade the monster action.
ليش تعمل يرقدني ويسوي كونسبت كيف؟ لا الماي ماسكين عارفين
Moving must attempt to be held in the order of his choice, or moving off from the lead
So sorry for the silence. Just tweeting about the tournament. Don't want people to miss out.
Since his number is higher than Joe Diamond, modified with 35, he fails to evade the monster. Monster deals him 2 brings the back of the monster gun. Joe Diamond after scoring, he decides to move into an adjacent space. He has already made an evade test against the monster return because of the chest. Monsters may freely
All right, we see. We're seeing round 2 starting. Let's hope. Let's see if Ali can make a comeback or Hamad is going to take the win. So interestingly, thank you, Genies, first of all. And there we see Guard War and Conkeldor on Hamed's side. Let's see if. Okay. There's a lot of things that Landros and the Thunderous can do. Though with the Conkeldor down there, it can be risky for the Conkeldor, knowing it has Ice Punch. But there's always the chance of it being Guts instead of Iron Fist. I do believe Iron Fist intimidated Conkeldor can take the knockout onto the Landorus with an Ice Punch. The Guard War is not sure if Guard War is going to like taking any hits at the moment. Okay, Landros is going straight for the switch out. And in comes the Heat Run. Probably expecting the Ice Punch. Going for the taunt. Okay. Okay, that's a very interesting card of war. Oh! Heatran is now frozen. Ali Al-Hamadi is completely not in a good position right now. Unless the Heatran has something to melt the ice. Does Heatwave melt? I don't think Heatwave melts. Thunder switches out and in comes the Suicune. Ian Rocket, I believe the only person here who takes notes is Ali Al-Hamadi. I tried my best to take notes and wow. Okay. Gardner gets the crit and Heatran getting the thaw out from the freeze and going for the heat wave. Taunt Gardevoir is probably one of my favorite things. I used to use it in singles, but it's not too useful in doubles. But given the amount of times I actually traced Prankster over Intimidate against the double Genie Elite, I guess I can see it has its uses. So let's see what Ali does here. So far he didn't do too much damage against his opponents. Okay, Hitran going for the protect, probably expecting the drain punch. Suicune taking the psychic fairly well and setting up the tailwind, but it only has 10 HP. Kind of not something Suicune wants to be at, but with the tailwind, I guess that'll help.
Using the ability of exploration if they have discovered. Although on the fourth spell cards are included in this way, they each have 5 different variations with different information on their back.
They're taking their time. Okay, there we see the Conkeldurr switching out. In comes the Gyarados. Probably not something Gary wants to see right now. Gyarados. This pair really reminds me of 2014. And there's a flash cannon going on to the guard warp, knocking it out for sure. Yeah, there goes that. Okay, Hamid is in a much better position than Ali is at right now. But with the tailwind, Ali could make a comeback here. Though he needs to take care of the Gyarados as soon as possible. He still has the Thundurus in the back though, so that's something. Ali is with the position he's in, he really needs all the time he can take. And there's the Mach Punch taking down the Suicune. Nothing much he can do there other than I guess protect or switching out. And let's see what Gyarados goes for here. Critical hit on the Gyarados and the burn! And the burn! Making that Dragon Dance not very useful. Okay, things are a bit haxy at the moment, but that's the nature of Pokemon. That's why we love Pokemon and everything that comes with it. So there's the Landorus coming back in, going for the Intimidate, making the two physical attackers on Hamid's side and not as threatening. Yeah, given the current situation, I don't see any way Hamid can win this. Unless some miracle happens with critical hits and so on. Apparently something funny happened over there. I have no idea. There's the Drain Punch and the Rock Slide. Let's see how much damage. Just enough for the burn to take out the Gyarados. And there's the Heat Wave. Taking both out probably, yeah. Both go out. And Hamid is left with just one Pokemon. I don't see any way he can win against the Heatran and the Landorus. Yeah, Ian, he's quite known for that laugh. And there's the protect onto the Heatran, probably. Okay, he's going for a Rock Slide. Maybe hoping for flinches? At this point, fishing. Oh! Let's see how many flinches he can get before he loses. Or maybe he wins. That's a possibility. Heatran switches out, and bringing in the Thunderous. I'm not sure if I understand why. And there's a rock slide. Does he get the flinch again? No, no flinch. So I assume he has focus sash? No, no focus sash. Oh well. Oh wait, he was faster, I think. So maybe he was scarfed. So it's a 1-1 for both players. Things are looking interesting. It's always more interesting when it's 2-1 rather than 2-0. The 2015 championships finals was a 2-1, and that was actually quite interesting. Unless you hate seeing the same Pokemon over and over again, but I thoroughly enjoyed the World Championships. So there's round 3. Alright. Seems like everyone else already finished. We're just waiting for Ali and Muhammad to finish their round.
Occasionally, an investigator will encounter a card that requires them to solve a puzzle. Puzzles in general exist to slow down investigators to showcase the intelligence of investigators. By completing a puzzle, the investigator can proceed with the rules and exploration the puzzle is needed. Solving a puzzle in the
So now for the third round, let's hope the thing. Let's see who gets this round. There's Gengar and Conkeldurr. Come to think of it, we haven't seen a Mega from Hamid's side. This is looking interesting. So there's the Venusaur and the Suicune from Ali's side. When I played against him, he loved leading with the Suicune and the Venusaur. With the insane bulk on both Pokemon, he can very easily put something to sleep and Tailwind. And with Venusaur speed, I had problems going against him with setting Trick Room, since Venusaur is actually slower than my Gardevoir, so that put me in a very awkward position. So in any case, let's see. Okay, so there's the Mega Gengar. Finally, we see a Mega on Hamid's side. We usually don't see Gengar on its own like that. Though given Hamid's team so far, maybe we'll see something interesting coming out of that Gengar. Going for the taunts. Onto the Venusaur, not sure if I agree with that, unless he goes for the Sleep Powder. So okay, he stops the Sleep Powder and going for the Ice Punch. That's a nice play. Yeah, Venusaur can't protect and cannot put something to sleep. That's one way to work around it. Taunt was a very nice move. I'm not sure if going for the taunt onto the Venusaur was a good idea. I mean, right now Gengar is probably not faster than his opponents. Yeah, as we can see here, Suicune outspeeding the Gengar and burning it. So there's Sludge Bomb going on to the Conkeldurr, poisoning it, and given Hamid's reaction, that's probably a guts Conkeldurr, doing a really nice amount of damage and freezing it with the Ice Punch. This is the second freeze by Hamid.
first ball, you will walk out on the second ball.
Oh wow. Excuse the random Bowser. Let's see, there's the Scout going onto the Gengar, doing good damage. Venusaur remains frozen solid. There's the Sludge Bomb going into the Suicune, putting it at 8 HP. There's the second Ice Punch. Personally, I wouldn't have knocked out the Venusaur. I would have just let it there, waste turns being asleep. I mean, sorry, not to sleep, I meant to just stay there and be frozen. That way it's just dead weight. With a 20% chance to thaw out, I think that's probably a better play. So there we see the Thunderous. With the Tailwind, it can probably take out the Gengar with ease. Though with, okay, there's a very obvious Mach Punch going straight into the Suicune. So with the Rocky Helmet, it took back quite nice amount of damage. There's a Thunderbolt going into the Conkeldurr. That Rocky Helmet probably, the Rocky Helmet plus the poison, probably just put it within range for the Thunderbolt. That's a nice critical hit, putting it down to 2 HP. So it'll go down to the burn. Okay, let's see how this goes now. Tailwind peters out. I'm not sure how many Pokemon. Yeah, so it's a 2 versus 1. Sorry, 2 versus 2. Forgot about. I got mixed up with the previous game. And okay, the things are looking interesting. Both players have a chance, kind of. Or maybe not. Actually, I don't think Ari is going to take this, unless he gets really lucky with the burn onto the Gyarados. That, or he gets really lucky with the Thunder Waves onto both opposing Pokemon. So there's the Extreme Speed going into the Thunders, probably taking it out. And now it's a 2 versus 1 versus the Heatran. There's the Earth Power onto the Arcanine. Don't think it'll take it out. Yeah, putting it in the red. And there's the Dragon Dance. Enough to just close the game out. So that was some cool hacks by Mohamed with the ice punches earlier earlier on in the game, and the game before it. So there's a waterfall, just knocking it out. Clean knockout from full HP. And that's it for both. And that's it for both players. It's a 2-1 for Mohamed Khouri. And Mohamed wants to tell you guys, Hacks is OP. So I'll just go ahead and put in the scores. So in the first round, Zolen won 2-0 versus Zaymat. And Wolverine versus Marif. Wolverine lost 1-2 to Marif. Amur won 2-0 against Jaguar. And Bukhbukh won 2-1 against Snack Arena. I don't know why he named himself like that. Usually it's just Snack. Okay, that's all for the first Swiss round. Now let's go on to the second Swiss round. Okay, just give me a moment to call out everyone's names. Just give me a second. Okay, for the next round we have Snack Arena and Jaguar. Usually I pick the winners in the second round, but I think I'll keep those for the next two rounds. So instead I picked up two players with potential, but they both lost the first round. On your left is Jaguar, and on the right is Snack Arena with the Bowser plush. He's actually I believe our top Smash Brothers player, at least in Smash Brothers 4. Not sure about other games. Okay, setting up the rules. You can see Ali sitting in the background on the far left. Expect lots of weird looks coming from Snack. By the way, big thanks to Snack Arena. He actually he's actually going to give this copy of Xenoblade Chronicles X to the first place player. He actually won this from a tournament yesterday, but he already has a copy. So big thank you to Snack. So there we see Snack's team: Swampert, Scrafty, Noivern, Sylveon, Venusaur, and Charizard. While Jaguar's team is, where is it? Yeah, this is a bit hard to read. It's Amoonguss, Sylveon, Heatran, Aegislash, Greninja, and Klefki.
considered to be range. The easiest way to play the range is to count the minutes.
So both players picked their four Pokemon, and we'll see the game starting.
In order to measure the range to cover, the target space must be within.
A minor camera adjustment. We see the Heatran and the Amoonguss coming from Jackfar's side, with Snack leading with Scrafty and Swampert. I don't think Jackfar is going to appreciate seeing this kind of lead. The Heatran is kind of immediately threatened, while Snack's Swampert is actually threatened immediately by the Amoonguss. So there we see the Greninja coming in, and we see the fake out going into the Amoonguss. Interesting choice, though. Usually I don't like faking out the Amoonguss, considering it usually carries Arcanine. Okay, the Amoonguss is flinched, so Swampert survives. Greninja not taking that Earth Power quite well.
Figure has line of sight. Player can place the line from at least one corner dot in his space to a corner dot in the target space without crossing the ground wall or top of the walls. If all lines of sight are traced to the walls and outdoors, the target is not considered to be within range, regardless of the place away.
So Amoonguss protects while Greninja goes for the Scald, burning the Scrafty, with Amoonguss protecting itself against the Ice Beam, while Scrafty goes for the Snarl, reducing Greninja's special attack.
Monster attack. So if every monster attacks that, every monster may attack the investigator in his space. But a monster attack.
That's interesting. Okay, now we see the Scald going onto the Scrafty, taking it quite nicely, especially considering it was.
Always list either monster attack or monster
Oh!
monster versus barrier.
He gets the freeze onto the Amoonguss. I was actually going to question Snack's decision on keeping the Swampert there against the Amoonguss, but apparently he fully well knows how to control the the axe with the freeze. Wow. So this is the third freeze in the on stream. Let's keep account of how many freezes we see on stream.
Gloria Goldberg. People draw a card from Humanoid in blue, combat deck and result of monster attack. Since the card says monster makes its special attack,
The Amoonguss remains frozen,
focus figure reads and changes the
being not very useful. There we see the Scald going onto the Scrafty, not doing too much. There's Ice Beam once again going to the Amoonguss, knocking it out. And there we see the Drain Punch going into the Greninja, knocking it out and probably helping it survive the burn a little better. Okay, Ian Rocket, this is how we'll do it. I'll put this counter here.
These cards are much less likely to damage the investigator and can often allow the investigator to move the monster away from it. If the result
Okay, we now have a freeze hacks counter on the stream. Right now we're at 3.
investigators can occasionally place a barrier feature marker on the board. These markers prevent monsters and investigators moving through the door. When a monster attempts to move through a door that has a barrier on it, people draw part of the monster's combat deck.
And let's get another 4. Oh wow! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my! Quick Claw activated on the Sylveon, but Snack had the foresight to go for the white card. What is this? Okay, I'm having a second hacks counter because this is too much. Let's see. What were the hacks? I swear, almost every heat wave we've seen on stream so far went and burned something, and the sludge bomb also poisoning things, just random. Okay, I can't get things on here fast enough. Well, how many hacksy stuff we've seen so far? Let's say it's 7. I wasn't keeping count, but we'll say it's just 7. So there we see the Charizard coming in. I'll remove this. I'm not sure why he went for the Solar Beam, though I guess he doesn't want to deal with the Heat Wave miss hacks. Alright. Okay, this was a really wild roller coaster. I can take the moment to tweet the tournament again. I mean the stream on the chat on Twitter. I mean.
Large pages hit 2 damage. Show the amount of damage on a large monster to sum of both damage. If the amount of damage on a monster equals or exceeds the value printed on the back, you can put the total monster's field. The keeper removes the figure from the game board, discards any damage from the figure, and then returns the figure to the pool on this figure. Damage from Aura. 3 ranged threats to investigators are deathly damage, which can be caused by accumulating too much damage or horror, respectively. However, throughout the game, investigators can hardly avoid taking damage and horror. It's usually safe to do it
Okay, and I'm back. Though, alright, we see Swampert and Charizard leading from Snack's side, while Jackar leads with Sylveon and Klefki. Not exactly the best lead Jackar can go for here.
If an investigator has 0 best health, each horror investigator is sanity value by 1. If an investigator has horror tokens in his character card, the horror is suffering. If an investigator has ever 0 sanity,
Okay, there you see the Mega Evolution from the Charizard. Klefki going for the Thunder Wave onto the Charizard, probably the best thing he can do here. Charizard going straight for the Overheat onto the Sylveon. surviving with just 2 HP. And there's the Earth Power Klefki with the Shuka Berry. It's going to take it really well. Is that a crit? That's a crit. Okay, and there's a Calm Mind coming from the Sylveon. Calm Mind is kind of a neat move on the Sylveon, but given its current amount of HP, it's not very good. Unless it gets a quick low rest or something. But that strategy needs a Chester Berry for it to work. Ooh. Quick low. Oh. A quick claw protect. Well, I guess that's kind of fun. There was that crit and the quick low, so that puts the hacks counter to 2. Actually 10, considering the paralysis we've just seen.
Normally, the player is a new investigator of the next turn. However, if the objective card has already been revealed, when the investigator's skill player is instead eliminated from the group. Choosing a new investigator.
Well, it looks like Snack is in a really good position. There's a Protein becoming water type, not doing too much against the Charizard, considering the Sun. And there's the Earth Power going into the Sylveon, taking it out. Well, I'm guessing Charizard's going for the Solar Beam. Yep. Solar Beam onto the Greninja, knocking it out instantly. Unless it has the Sash. Nope. Well, it survives without the Sash anyway, so that's something. So let's see if our friend Among Us here is going to get frozen once again. Actually, considering the sun is up, that won't happen. That's something nice about going against the sun team. You don't get frozen. The Charizard going for the Protect. I'm not sure if I agree with that. Greninja going for the Gong Shot onto the Charizard, not working out. And there's the Earth Power knocking out the Greninja, while Among Us is probably going for this Giga Drain. Yep, goes for the Spore onto the Swampert. So things are working out. Kind of, for Jaguar. It's a 4 versus 1 right now. And there's the Overheat. Don't think it'll knock it out. At -2. Is that a crit? No, not a crit. Okay, with the sun, it takes it out. Okay, that's a very clean 4-0 by Snack there. So there's Snack taking the win with a 2-0. I'll go ahead and punch in the scores from the rest of the players. Submit score. Armor won against Brian 2-0. So this is a 2. We still have 2 matches still ongoing. So guess I'll try to see if I can get someone to interview, if you guys are interested. If you have any questions, I guess you can ask. Well, in any case, looks like both players are shy from the microphone. Very fun hacks on the tournament so far, with the freeze and the burns and the poisons and the crits. We're still waiting for a few players here. Okay, while we're still waiting, I guess if you guys have any questions or anything you guys want to say, I guess the floor is yours while we wait for the other players to finish. Suddenly the area has gotten really loud. I hope I'm still audible. Overhearing Ma'arif's experience with apparently a physical reuniculus with explosion. That's not something you see every day. I guess I'll go ahead and be loud on Twitter with the stream. Apparently we're just... How many are we on this stream? We're just four. Four people are watching the stream. I do think it would be better if we have more people watching.
The only exception are the few mythos cards, which are specifically face down. The investigator will receive one of these mythos cards and examine it, and it may not be looked at by other investigators. It may be examined by the keeper. Keeper story guide. All information the keeper story guide is hidden information and may not be examined by the investigator player. Investigators may, however, ask the keeper to repeat any information.
I wanted to do an interview, but I guess I can't exactly force people if they don't want to talk, I guess. Do tell your friends to join us, at least it will be more fun for you guys, I guess. Please, maybe? I believe both players, both matches, ongoing matches are on their third round. So hopefully that will finish soon. I'll go around and check on the players and see how they're progressing, and maybe check if there's any games going over the time. That way I'll just end it right there. So I'll be back. Okay, no games are going over the time. Hello, Sir Scrubbington. I'll be muting the mic anytime someone passes by to ask me something, so excuse me for that. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I guess you probably are with all the hacks that are happening. Let me know if there's anything I can improve this, can do to improve the stream for you guys. It's all about you guys. Ali Al Hamadi and Bukh just finished their match with a
لا لا ماشي
2-0.
بعدين يعني عندنا يعني نجهز فريق شويه لكن يعني
Well, at least Ali is winning again after that first round. It's not always good to be losing in the first Swiss round. It doesn't end up pairing you with good opponents later on, and kind of hurts your tiebreakers later on. Right now Zolain and Maruf are still playing, so they recently started their third round. It's going to take a while, I suppose. Tell your friends about it to stream. Yeah, I guess the Bowser is cute, I guess. I don't like Bowser, to be honest. I mean, I do like his personality, and especially in the Mario Party games. Like, he's always that, not evil, but more, I don't know the English word for it. He's like more, I don't know the word. He's really cool in the Mario Party games. He's always there to annoy you. He's always there to poke fun at you. Just general, being just annoying. That annoying guy. It's kind of cute. So I see people playing Magic the Gathering around here. Some guys playing some board games. Thank you. Thank you for posting the stream on Pocky Australia. I do have quite an interesting amount of people I'm following and being followed on Twitter from Australia. So it's kind of funny. It's almost like whenever something happens in Australia, I see all of them discussing that problem, especially early on when they were discussing the lack of PCs earlier on. It was like I'm an Australian with them, seeing all their issues, while I'm here in the UAE.
اول شيء عقب نزل اول ثاني مو بديفنس اون السابق بس شوف لما تشوفها بالبدايه يقول لك اشياء وايد يعني شوف الجزء الاول الثاني.
Okay, Zolain versus Maruf is is right now at 2 versus 3. Things are moving along.
اوكي
خيبة خيبة I survived on 6 HP.
شلون الفايت؟
بحاول
خلي شيء من الفيديو تحطه على اليوتيوب. عندك حتى
I guess I'll go around and tell people that at least tell people personally that the stream is up. I guess it doesn't exactly work, you know, if I just tell it to people randomly on Twitter in general.
والله جامد خالص صراحة. فريق بس فهمت؟ هو الجنب بس HP خلصنا خالص.
You have them all available?
2-0. أنا 1-1 2-0.
Do we have them?
لا قصدي توتال. على عليه ولا؟
Okay, it looks like Zolan, Marif won 2-1 against Zolan.
أو بخ
لا سناك فادنا لا
Submit score, and let's go ahead and start the third round. So I'll just cut out the pairings. Give me a moment. Okay, we have Amar on the left and Marf on the right. Wait, this isn't right. Okay, sorry for the mix-up. It's better to have people who haven't been on the stream yet to appear on the stream rather than people who already got their chance to shine on stream. So we have on the left we have Bukh, and on the right is Imad. Okay, he's been confused as well. So in any case, we'll be seeing them battle. Bukh, I believe he lost one and won once. Imad won one. Let's double check. Oh yeah, Imad got a bye earlier, so that's why he won one game so far. So from what I understand, Imad here is actually not a battler, not a competitive battler. This is his first tournament, and he's more of a collector or catcher kind of guy than a battler. So this is going to be interesting. Though him joining means he's probably interested in going competitive. So we're up to 5 viewers, which is nice, better than 4. So there we see Imad's team: Aegislash, Gardevoir, Charizard, Metagross, Haxorus and Greninja. Interesting team. Well, Bukh's team is, where is it? Here it is. Thundurus, Sylveon, Kangaskhan, Gliscor, Landorus and Venusaur. Interesting teams on both ends. We'll see how it goes with the top 4. Okay, both players are taking their time considering their options. More over there is looking quite excited in the background of the player camp. I believe Bukh is taking his time considering Imad is just looking around. So there we go, both players pick their 4 Pokemon and we'll see how this is going to go. Charizard and Haxorus, nice lead I suppose. And there we see the very familiar Kangaskhan Thundurus lead. Haxorus breaks the mold, though don't think that matters much. I'm guessing Haxorus is going for the Dragon Dance. That doesn't happen very often, but that's one of the things Haxorus can do. Charizard is, I'm guessing, the Mega here. Kangaskhan and Mega Evolves. No Mega Evolution from the Charizard, so perhaps it's not the Mega. Unless it's a slow Charizard, but no Mega Evolutions, so it's not the Mega. That did so much. Just a little less than half. So there's the Thunder Wave going into the Haxorus. Haxorus using Earthquake. Okay. Not doing much against the Kangaskhan. I'm guessing this is more of a singles team. Though even a singles Charizard isn't exactly the greatest. Unless it Mega Evolves. Okay, there's the Thunderbolt taking out the Charizard. And we'll probably see the return of Double Edge onto the Haxorus, knocking it out, perhaps. Yep, it does. I think there was a chance of it surviving. Yeah, this is looking like probably a clean 4-0 at this point. There's a Gardevoir and the Aegislash. Okay. Okay, this is a better pair against those two. Nothing. But those two alone against 4, I don't think it'll work out. There's the Gardevoir, right? Let's see the Hyper Voice. There's a taunt going into the Aegislash, probably just to stop any King Shield shenanigans going on. Though it's a good place. That way he can very simple. What? Shadow Sneak on the Kangaskhan. Okay. And there's a return, knocking the Gardevoir out. Wait, did he use Dazzling Gleam and not Hyper Voice? Okay. And now the Aegislash is ripe for the clean Sucker Punch knockout. Unless the Kangaskhan lacks Sucker Punch, that's something else. Okay, no Sucker Punch. Maybe it doesn't have it. Does it? Okay, I'm looking at his team. Actually, it doesn't have Sucker Punch, so that's interesting. So it goes for... Okay, things are taking an interesting turn here. Gyro Ball going into the Sylveon, knocking it out instantly. Okay. Okay. Maybe the Aegislash has a chance of taking out all of them. But it keeps going for the Shadow Sneak. Does it have? It has Shadow Ball. Okay. Guess not. You know, if it went for the Thunderbolt instead of the Thunder Wave, it would have been better. That way at least he'll get the 4-0. Though I do believe the Thunder Wave powers up the Gyro Ball, considering it reduces the speed. So I guess that kind of explains how the Aegislash knocked out that Sylveon, considering both Sylveon and Aegislash have the same base speed. And we're seeing their second round starting. Just a reminder of Bukhbukh's team. It's Thundurus, Sylveon, Kangaskhan, Discord, Landorus, and Venusaur. While Ahmad has Aegislash, Gardevoir, Charizard, Metagross, Haxorus, and Greninja. So, second round is starting. Let's see if Ahmad is improves his setup this round. Okay, we see the good score now. Gliscor and Sylveon. Okay, Aegislash and Gardevoir looks better now, but not sure if he wants to lead that against the Sylveon and the Gliscor. Gardevoir is probably my favorite Mega in the VGC 15 format. So there we see the Sylveon going for the Protect. Gardevoir going for the Hypnosis, and it connects with the Gliscor, putting it to sleep. Not something you see every day on a Gardevoir. Usually it's Psychic Hyper Voice and Protect, with the fourth move being just about anything. So Sylveon protects itself against the Aegislash. Not a good position for the Sylveon. Gliscor switches out, bringing in the Kangaskhan. It's going to be Hypnosis Dream Eater Gardevoir. Wow. Wow. Okay, now that Jarble did nothing against the Sylveon. Probably because it's not Thunder Wave like last time. That Gardevoir is probably the most interesting thing. Sabuh is saying we're looking forward to play against you guys from Team Anime Qatar. I'm looking forward to that as well. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. So there we see the fake out going into the Gardevoir, doing over half its HP. Gardevoir flinches and Aegislash goes for the Jarble once again. You know, considering the damage it's taking from the Jarble, I would have just went for the Hyper Voice, potentially knocking out the Gardevoir. Let's see how this goes. Kangaskhan switches back out, and I'm guessing, yeah, brings in the Gliscor. Is it Gliscor or Gliscor? I honestly have no idea. So there's this Thunderous coming in, probably going to take the... Ooh. Going for the Hypnosis onto the Sylveon slot. There's a nice slash. Not doing too much against the Gliscor. So either that's a very defensive Gliscor, or that Aegislash is not very offensive. So there's a Shadow Sneak going into the Gliscor. Okay. There's a Dream Eater going into the Thunderous, doing over half and healing up quite a nice amount as it activates the Citrus Berry. Hey. So very fast Hypnosis connecting all the time is actually quite scary. Usually when I see Hypnosis is like in a Gravity team alongside Gengar, because thanks to its really high speed, being able to just put things to sleep before they can even do anything. So there we see the Thunder switching out for the Kangaskhan. Gardevoir going for the Dream Eater, but failing. There's a cross poison going into the Gardevoir, putting it into low HP. And there's a Sacred Sword going into the Gliscor. Is that a 4 attacks Aegislash with no King Shield? There's a fake out going to the guard. We're knocking it out. Glasgow goes for the roost, healing up whatever damage it took. Given the bulk, I don't see the Egg Slash being able to do anything to that Glasgow anytime soon. The bulk and the poison heal. So there comes the Metagross. This girl is looking really good here. Like really good. That's what happens here. It goes for the Shadow Sneak onto the Kangaskhan. And we see the Earthquake coming out of the Kangaskhan, of all things. Earthquake Kangaskhan. Usually the joke here is VGC 16 meta, but we already know the VGC 16 rules, and this isn't something we can make jokes about now. And Shadow Snake goes into the Kangaskhan again. There's a Facade. Yeah, probably putting it into Earthquake KO range, as we see happening here. Oh, this is strange. Usually you see the other way around. Well, in any case, it worked out for Buff. No, this isn't UAE against Ecuador. This is a local tournament. The versus Ecuador is actually already up on the Pokemon UAE YouTube channel. I'll link it in the chat. There we see the Outrage going into the Gliscor, doing tons of damage. There's a Facade doing just a little less than half. And Kangaskhan just taking the win here. Okay, I shared the link for the UAE versus Ecuador matches, the friendlies. They won 3-2 against us. It was a nice series of games. Okay, just oops. Time to punch in the match results. A clean 2-0 for okay. Apparently Subuh is actually Sabah, but I see the O's, so therefore it's Subuh. Well, I guess I'll stick to calling you. I'll stick to calling everyone with whatever his name says. Report scores 2 for Bukhbukh. Snack won 2 rounds against Brian.
انا مره واحده كنت بفوز عليك هواك فلوس.
Wolverine won 2-0 against Zolain. And we still have the match between Umar and Ma'raf ongoing. As you can see in the player camera, on the left is Umar and on the right is Muhammad. So we're kind of waiting for them. Okay, they're at round 3 and something great happened for Muhammad, it seems. Things are looking interesting. Yeah, it seems like people are interested in the prizes I brought for the tournament. The first place winner actually gets this Pikachu. It's based on the it's hard to move my hand on a webcam. It's based on the secret base doll for the Pikachu. It's kind of cute. For the past tournaments I brought the Lapras secret base doll, Ditto, Swablu. I think that those dolls look really cute. And apparently showing it to people brings a lot of attention to me, so now people are asking about what's the prize, what's the prize, what's the prize. Okay, looks like Marif is doing a strong showing so far. Report the score. 1 for Amour and 2 for Marif. Submit score. Close, and we're on to the 4th and final Swiss round. After this, we'll start the top cut. Generate round 4. Let's go. Okay, time to call out the pairings. Okay, it looks like Ahmad disappeared. Okay, sorry for that. I was actually looking around for Ahmad, but apparently I believe he went for prayers. Just a second. Okay, I was waiting for Ahmad to come back, but it seems like he went for prayers, so he didn't tell me. It's not much of an issue, I suppose. So we have Wolverine and Amur here. You can see Wolverine's team there earlier, and Amur's team is Mega Gengar, Kankildor, Heatran, Thundurus, Landorus, and Suicune. Seems like an interesting team. Just as a refresher for Ellie's team, it's Suicune, Blaziken, Thundurus, Venusaur, Landorus, Therian, and Heatran. So we see the two Suicunes on the lead, and the Conkeldurr, and the Venusaur. This is... And check out those wavy tentacle things, or tail, or whatever that is. Seeing two of them looks cool. So there's the Thundurus coming in. So it seems like Ahmad just disappeared. So we could named Ariados. Yeah, actually, doesn't matter to be honest. Yeah, well, it is illegal in an actual tournament, but I don't care. We see what it is. Unless it actually causes problems, then yeah, I would take action, but it doesn't matter. So there's a taunt going into the Venusaur. There's the Ice Beam into the Thunderous, doing quite okay amount of damage, with the Sleep Powder failing because of the taunt. Well, it's illegal in the rules, but this isn't an official tournament, so I don't care. This is my tournament. There's a Scald going into the Gengar. And there's a Sludge Bomb doing good damage and poisoning it. That's one for the hacked counter. Like having a Zoroark named not Zoroark and naming everything else Zoroark. Well, this is more of an extreme situation. I mean, if I see something like that, of course I would stop it, but one lone Suicune named Ariados, I guess it doesn't matter too much. I'll tell him to change the name if that's bothering you guys. So yeah, there's the Conkeldurr coming in. Things are looking interesting. Currently at a 3-4, 3 versus 4 for Arbor. Gengar protects, and the Suicune fails the Scald. And there's a Giga Drain doing not much. Scubbington, I guess. I mean, I'll start worrying once I become a professor and actually do tournaments, but let things flow, let everyone have fun while we're not official, I guess. Snack was telling me about Noivon being good apparently. So in any case, I believe Omar really needs to take care of that Venusaur. Yeah, okay, with the critical hit, I thought that didn't matter too much. Okay, Ahmad is back and playing with Jackfar. Thankfully, he didn't simply disappear. So there's the Drain Punch going into the Suicune, healing up a nice amount, though with the Rocky Helmet kind of negates that. Depends on the TOs, I think. Yeah, I guess it's up to the TO. Though it is, I do remember it being not allowed in the rules, in the rule book to be exact. But who cares? At least I don't care. Unless it's some extreme situation like Scurbington brought up earlier. We're at 9 viewers. It's always nice to have lots of people watching. So there's Gengar protecting itself once again. So there's the Earthquake, not touching that Gengar. Seeing two Suicunes together like this is kind of funny. It's like they're doing the wave. Let's see how this goes. Gengar switches out, obviously, though it doesn't want to take a nasty earthquake. And in comes the Conkeldurr. Okay, doesn't do too much, that Rock Slide. And there's a Skull going into the Suicune. Not doing too much, but activates the Citrus. Yeah, in big events like regionals, nationals, worlds, they do use software to prevent names. And this freeze! This is the fourth freeze. This is freeze number 4 we see on stream. This is something I want to take a picture of. Okay. Okay, that's Hex number 13. The Scout going into the... And Drain Punch going into the Suicune. Now I can get out? No, it survives. Oh yeah, the burn. I do believe that's an Iron Fist. And Conkeldurr faints to the burn. Yeah, I'm just trying to take a picture of it. Yes, something good for Twitter. And I agree, freeze on Landorus is literally the best. It tried its best. Dazzling Gleam, what? Dazzling Gleam. Well, it knocks out the that at least. And Landorus remains frozen. So yeah, Landorus being frozen is definitely the best thing ever. Like it tried its best to take a nice beam with the Assault Vest, but it didn't work out for it because it got frozen. So there's the Blaziken. Blaziken is scary, but if you have Trick Room or Tailwind up, it's not so scary. Blaziken protects, obviously, and goes for the Ice Beam. I guess, honestly, I would have just double into the Landorus. Whatever knocks it out, the other attack would just go for the Blaziken. Yeah, best of 3 offsets the Hex a bit, though if the Hex is there throughout the best of 3, it doesn't matter too much. But then again, that's Pokemon. That's why we love Pokemon. We get hexed. You always get hexed. And there's... Oh! The poison! Okay, that's... I forgot to count the poison. No, the burn earlier, so that's... Okay, let's count it. Okay, the Landorus freeze was number 13. The burn onto the Conkeldurr was 14. And the poison on the Blaziken is 15. I'm terrible at counting. I kind of forget to count things sometimes. Much like my... Well, if Suicune decided to protect or something, it could have mattered because it will die to it. But looking at it, Blaziken has Life Orb, so it would die to that anyway. But still, it's always nice to count the hacks. Well, I guess now is a good time to tweet the frozen Landorus.
دول هالطريقة اللي أنا مسوينها بس خبطت أشياء
What does it say on your guitar?
من
لحظة. So just tweeted that. You can follow me on Twitter on Khalid VGC. You can see it down below here on Twitter. Amor leads with Thunderous and Conkeldor, while Ali leads with Venusaur, and I didn't quite catch that. And Thunderous, so double Thunderous. Well, Hacks is always nice to watch if you're in the audience. There's the Sludge Bomb. Are we going to see the poison? Because this is a very hacksy tournament. Nope. And there's the Ice Punch going into Thunderous, doing good damage. Activating the Citrus. I will try to make a feature video of all the hacks we've seen, especially the freezes. So now, okay, we're doubling up, we're doubling down on the hacks now. 50. We see the 50-50. Okay, Thunderbolt takes the Thunderous out, and we'll see the confusion. Nope. No, it's a 50-50, so it's kind of hard to count it as a hacks. But if it keeps happening, then yeah, I'll start counting those. We see the, what's his name, Suicune coming in, and the Gengar coming in. Conkeldor is doing quite well here. Okay, they're still taking their time. I usually try my best to choose my attacks within 45 seconds, just to be more like an actual VGC tournament. There's a Sludge Bomb going into the Venusaur, doing quite a nice amount of damage. Scald going into the Gengar, and no poison. There's the confusion. It goes through the confusion, which is good for it. There was that one time a Swagger Whimsicott alone made me lose the entire game. So the taunt wears off from the Venusaur. Though the best it could do, I guess, is protect itself against an incoming Sludge Bomb, I guess. Conkeldor switches out. And then comes the Suicune. Not sure if I agree with that, unless he's expecting the Venusaur to protect. Okay, the Venusaur is going to hit itself. And the Sludge Bomb going into the Venusaur. With a crit, that didn't matter. Okay, it's failing the confusion plus the poison. I mean the crit. I'll count that as one. So there's the Landorus coming in. Don't think Landorus is going to enjoy taking on those two. Plus whatever is on the back, the Conkeldor. Gengar protects. Yep, and here comes the earthquake. Probably not going to do too much. This weekend is going to take that really well. There's Ice Beam. No protect. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my. Oh my god. That's number 17. And the poison. So that's 18. Wow. Oh my. Are we going to see the bun as well? Okay, no buns. Okay, and it falls out. I just noticed. I need a glass of water. Oh man, that was not even best of 3 was able to offset that kind of hacks. So I'll go ahead and punch in the scores. Maruf won 2-1 against Snack. And that was a very clean 2-0 by Amar. Bukh, he said he won 2-0. And the last one is Ahmad. Jafar wins 2-0 versus Ahmad. So I guess that's it for the Swiss. We will be starting the top cut really soon. So it looks like for the top cut we have Maruf, Amur. I keep forgetting there's the A there. Maruf, Amur, Bukh, and Wolverine. Going with the top 4 on the Battlefy standings. So I'll go ahead and start seeding the players for the top cut. Oops.
كبيره ان انا افضلك لانه
Okay, for the top cut we have Marv versus Ali, and so we have Marv versus Wolverine and Amora versus Bukhbukh. That's Snack leaving. I'll call out the pairings and hopefully we'll start now. Okay, and we're back. We're going to start the top cut really soon. And here's my glass of water. After all that laughing, thanks to the freeze hacks, a nice cold glass of water. Hopefully I don't get frozen. That landers was really poor. So we're seeing Umar and Bukhbukh. Umar being on the left and Bukhbukh on the right, not very visible on the camera. I'll go ahead and tweet the... it's kind of hard to type with the microphone in the way. I guess people are more interested to watch once we hit the top cut. Okay, we see Buch with his Thunderous, Sylveon, Kangaskhan, Gliscor, Thunderous, Landros, Therian, and Venusaur, while Amor has. Where's his paper? Where is his paper? Where is his paper? Yeah, here it is. Mega Gengar, Conkeldurr, Heatran, Thunderous, Landorus, and Suicune. So that Suicune is the one that kept freezing all the Landoruses. Landoruses. Is there a plural form for this? In any case, his Landorus needs to be careful. He doesn't want to take an Ice Beam. A guarantee freeze Ice Beam. That's different from a regular Ice Beam. Apparently, Amor has mastered the Ice Beam with his Suicune, as we've seen in the previous final round of the Swiss. So there we see Conkeldurr and Suicune. With that Landorus over there, that Landorus needs to be careful. There is also that Sylveon. I guess Conkeldurr doesn't want to be in here, especially when it's intimidated and facing directly against Sylveon. Not very nice. And there we see the very smart switch out into the Kangaskhan, unless it freezes the Kangaskhan. Oh, it switches out the Suicune, interestingly enough. And there's... okay. Don't particularly understand. Okay, there's the Ice Punch onto the Kangaskhan, which was the Landorus. Honestly, I would have Drain Punched that slot instead of Ice Punching it. Yeah, the hacks counter is there because things were getting quite interesting with the hacks. We've seen I believe 5 freezes total on stream. And only on stream. I don't think we've seen any freezes happening off stream. So there's the Mega Gengar. And the Kangaskhan with the Mega Evolution. We'll see how this goes. Not going to do too well, unless it's going to go for the Sucker Punch, which is going to fail because of the Protect. There's a Fake Out onto the Suicune. I guess kind of makes sense. And there's a Psyshock. Okay. 6 freezes. Okay, I'm bad at counting. Thank you for the for the proper count. I will need to rewatch everything and do a proper highlight video for all the fun hacks we've seen. I think this is a really nice way to close out the year for VGC 15. So there's the sludge bomb going into the Sylveon. Not enough to knock it out. But it gets a poison. Because we're in Hax land. Hax 19. The Kangaskhan doing good damage against the Suicune, but activates the Citrus Berry, so it doesn't do too much. There's a Tailwind and this Size Shock knocking out the Gengar. There's the leftovers hitting it a bit, but completely negated by the poison. The Euro flinch. Interestingly, we didn't see much flinches happening. I think there's only... I've seen two. One from an Iron Head, I believe, from the Excadrill. And the other from a Rock Slide, also from the same Excadrill. Other than that, there wasn't much flinching happening. Arp in the house, hello. I hope that's the correct way to read your name. No, this isn't a PC, this is just a grassroots tournament hosted by yours truly. And there's the Drain Punch, knocking out the Kangaskhan. Not looking good for Bukh here. There's a Thundurus. I guess Thundurus is going to do well here. And the Landorus. Yeah, I guess... Well, it depends on the Landorus, I suppose. If it's Assault Vest or Yachi Berry, it could take the Ice Beam, but there's always the Ice Punch coming from the Conkeldurr, which if he doubles into the Landorus, it's going to be enough to take it out. But we see the switch out from the Conkeldurr and the switch in with the Thundurus. There's the Ice Beam. Are we going to see the freeze? Or no freeze? No freeze. Okay. And survives with just 4 HP, but gets knocked out by the Earthquake. So now Bukh is going up against the Thundurus and the Conkeldurr. Now Landorus isn't going to be able to take another hit, definitely. But there's always the chance of hacks. Always. Never rule out a potential. Okay, there's that, I guess. So now it's a matter of. Yeah, I don't think that lone Thundurus is able to win. Hidden Power. No, Hidden Power isn't good against an opposing Thundurus. A regular Thunderbolt is going to do more damage, since Thunderbolt plus Stab is going to be like 135 base power, while Hidden Power Ice is 120. It's going to be 120 with weakness. So a nice win there by Amar, or Amura if you're going to go with the names in Battlefy. Let me just fix that. So we're on to round 2. Bukh has Thundurus, Sylveon, Kangaskhan, Gliscor, Landorus, and Venusaur, while Umar has Gengar, Conkeldurr, Heatran, Thundurus, Landorus, and Suicune.
Did you use your keeper action to remove that guy?
It's going to be interesting to see if Bukh is going to be able to
Pay with threat token, right? Or just to move on.
go up the ranks of the top cuts, or if he's going to just lose right here. Looks like Ali over there, Wolverine, had something survive with 1 HP. It's nice to have 4 players on camera. I think something got a crit. Yes, Ahmed got a crit and won him the game. So even off stream we are seeing some nice hacks happening. We see Kangaskhan and Thunderous from Bukh's side, and Gengar and Suicune from Amar's side. The never-ending hacks. I'm kind of disappointed by the lack of hacks in this match so far. So let's see how this goes. So we see the Mega Evolutions. This is probably the last time we'll see just Mega Evolutions happening. Next season we'll be seeing the Primal Reversions happening and all the fancy animations happening and the slowdowns. So they fake out onto the Suicune and the Thunderbolt onto the Suicune as well, putting it down to 30 HP. Looks like enough for another Thunderbolt to take it out. So there's the Sludge Bomb onto the Thunderous, putting it, doing over half, way over half, like 75%, but with the Citrus Berry heals it up back to 50%. I guess it's kind of a decent trade, though Thunderous might have a... Actually, Thunderous probably wouldn't want to take this Sludge Bomb here. And for the record, Bukh's Kangaskhan does not have Sucker Punch. Or was that someone else? Yeah, no Sucker Punch, so that's something good. It is good for Umar. So Kangaskhan here doesn't exactly have much to do besides going for the Earthquake to do good damage. Okay, looks like the Kangaskhan is going to stay in, and Conkeldurr comes in. There's a Sludge Bomb going into the Thunderous, knocking it out with a critical hit that did not matter. And we'll see the return. Okay. Doing a bit over half. It's kind of good against Conkeldurr. Usually Conkeldurr is slightly bulkier than that, or am I just overthinking it? In any case, there's a Landorus coming in and going for an Intimidate, making Kangaskhan take the Drain Punch from the Conkeldurr a little bit better. But the Landorus is going to be a bit of a problem for I guess both Amar's Pokemon. There's the Conkeldurr switching out, not wanting to stay in with the Intimidate, and the Thunderous comes in. Yeah, probably predicting an Earthquake. There's the knockoff going into that, and the Earthquake from the Kangaskhan. If you've seen the earlier matches, you've probably seen the Earthquake earlier, where he had Gliscor and Kangaskhan out, with Gliscor going for the Facade and the Kangaskhan doing the actual Earthquake. So there we see the double into the Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan gets knocked out instantly. That is not a bulky Kangaskhan for sure. So there's a knockoff going into the Gengar, knocking it out instantly with a critical hit. though I don't think it matters. Just let me double check. It's choice band, so yeah, it doesn't matter. It should knock it out regardless. So there's the Venusaur coming in. Let's see how this goes. It's not a mega Venusaur, that's for sure. And I guess Venusaur is in a good position here. It can take attacks from both Thunders and Suicune well, unless they both go for the Ice Beam here. But then again, Landorus here is also looking like a nasty threat as well, with the potential to Rock Slide and flinch everything. Venusaur goes for the Smart Protect. Thunders goes for the Hidden Powers into the Landorus, doing good damage, but not enough to knock out. And we see the Rock Slide. Let's see if we get the flinches. No flinches, and we see the Tailwind. So just to minimize the chance of flinches from the upcoming Rock Slides. So it doesn't look like Buk has any way to win this. There's a Hidden Power going into the Venusaur. I'm guessing we'll see the Suicune going after the Landorus? Yep. And we'll see the Giga Drain into the Suicune, knocking it out, but since it has low HP, it won't do too much damage. There's a Conkeldurr coming in. I don't think Venusaur is going to take this. With the Tailwind, I do believe Conkeldurr is faster. There's the Protect. Thundurus goes for the Hidden Power Ice, and the Conkeldurr going for the Ice Punch. But still the Tailwind is up. Is it going to get a double protect here? Or is it going to go straight for an attack? Going straight for an attack might not work out, but going for a double protect, I believe might be a better chance of winning this. Okay, no double protect. He's going to take it. There's the Hidden Power Ice, and let's see if Conkeldurr is faster. Conkeldurr is faster and goes for the Ice Punch, knocking Venusaur out. So a nice 2-0 by Omar. Seems like Ali and Mohammed are still ongoing with their match, as you can see in the player cam. Looks like they're starting the third round, so it's going to be a close match. I will try to have an interview with Omar, the king of freeze hacks, so if you have any questions on how to get RNG in your favor, I guess now's your chance to have your questions asked. So I have.
شيء بعد الحين.
Okay, so I have Umar here with me. We've seen him.
Just now.
We've seen him just now, but we want to ask you how to master hacks.
Just get lucky, I guess.
No. There's more to that. Teach us.
Okay.
The audience wants to know.
Okay, there's one thing that I noticed last time I played against you, you of all people,
Yes.
that sometimes you just need to fish for them. Like, if you go for a rock slide and a sludge bomb at the same time, you get more chances of hacks. Like you have the flinch and you have the poison and you have the crits.
Okay.
So,
But that doesn't explain how you got. That doesn't explain how you got a freeze on the same Landros twice on the same match.
it's cold outside. But to be fair, the second freeze didn't matter. The first one mattered tremendously. But the second one was like, just for show. That is cool. It
Okay.
was cool.
Okay. Arpinda House is asking, how many times do you pray to God Thunderous?
We always pray for the genies. We always pray for the genies.
Well, it just happens that we live in the region where genies are believed to exist. So that kind of explains. Hey. Someone is hijacking the cameras here. Okay. So I was looking through your team. I remember you had your team was a little different.
Yes, very different actually.
Very different.
I kept the genies, of course.
Okay.
But I changed T-Wave on Thunderous for Swagger.
Okay.
Well, you don't need T-Wave. I have Tailwind and I have Rock Tomb and I have everything for like speed control. It's just unnecessary.
Rock Tomb, where do you have Rock Tomb?
On Conkalder.
On Calder. Drain Fighter
Rock
8.
Punch.
Okay, okay, you're naming things weirdly. Okay. Did you fix your Landers? Or still?
No.
Because last time I remember its speed IV wasn't max,
Yeah,
which caused you a loss in some very important battle.
that was a very important battle.
Well,
But I'm running an Adamant Landers, so that's another thing.
yeah, but still, most Adamant Landers run 252 speed regardless.
Yeah. And I did run 252. And I need to get a new Landers.
Yeah, but now it's the end of the year. We probably don't want Landers anymore.
No, you always want the genies.
Not in 2016, unless it's, I guess, Landers or Tornadoes even, maybe. He's kind of useful.
So I think Tornadoes and Delta Stream would be nice with Prankster. No weaknesses.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes. In any case, thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the grand finals, on the top 2 of the top cut. So, bye. So there we go. Apparently, fishing for the hacks, plus praying to Thunderous, plus being in a region where genies are believed to exist, do help your chances. So you better start having the people around you to believe in genies, and hopefully your chances of RNG gets better. Well, not chances of RNG, chances of hacks. So things are looking quite intense with the match happening over there. You can see everyone standing in the player camp. Can't see much from here though. I guess I'll go and watch. Because just to make sure that things are going well. And I'll take the chance to tweet again, because grand finals are always nice to watch. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. It looks like it's Amar versus Ali Al-Hamadi, or Wolverine, with Ma'arif winning 1 and Wolverine 2. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going there because I have a lantern that spells
That's Bukbuk and
we won? Oh, 7.
Jack for leaving.
No, willpower
Just want to have a quick check. Okay, Bukbuk isn't. I was just wanted to check who's going to be third. At this point, Bukbuk is fourth. While they start, I'll want to do something for a second. Okay, we're starting the grand final. Let me remove the text. Yep. Okay, just had to tweet that. So we have Wolverine here with Heatran, Thunderous, Venusaur, Landorus, Suicune, and Blaziken, while Umar has Gengar, Conkeldurr, Heatran, Thunderous, Landorus, and Suicune. We've seen this battle before, and Umar ended up winning that, especially with the hacks we've seen earlier. So let's see if we'll see that again. In the back and the front, both sides, I guess. Okay, I'm going to take my photo taken while I'm here commentating. So, so there we see the Venusaur and Landorus going up against the Thunderous and Gengar on Umar's side. going to be interesting, though not as interesting considering the Suicune isn't here. Maybe the secret to the hacks is calling your Suicune Ariados. That's something. Maybe he's keeping that a secret from us. Also, as a side note, Venusaur here is called khas. Khas is literally lettuce in Arabic. And there's the taunt going into the okay, more hacks. We're just starting and we're seeing more hacks. Okay. The hacks doesn't matter, but a 10% chance of hacks is always hacks. So there we see the Conqueror coming in. Not a nice start for Amar, but I guess the Shadow Ball is going to help unless Landorus switches out here. He needs to deal with the Venusaur ASAP. There's the Suicune coming in. Probably attempting to go for the... okay. He switched in the Suicune into the predicted Hidden Power Ice. And there's the Sludge Bomb knocking out the Thunderous. And there's the Ice Punch going into the Venusaur, doing not much. Looks like a quarter. No, there's the Ariados. Or Suicune.
You have to discard that card, right?
That's a lot of photos taken of me. It's been a long day. We started at 6 and it's 9:39 p.m. So there's the very obvious tailwind coming from the Suicune. And the Ice Beam going into the Venusaur. Yeah, I think at this point he's just fishing for the hacks. I mean, you get lucky once, you don't get lucky twice. That's the thing with Pokemon, don't rely on it unless it's the only way out. That's a crit, yep, that's a nice crit. And a taunt. So wears off. And there's a Scald going into the Conkeldurr, most likely. The Conkeldurr is... It's Iron Fist, so if it gets burned, it will matter. Ariados, I mean, Suicune isn't taking the damage nicely here. Still trying to fish for the freeze. And we get the freeze! And we get the freeze. It took a while, but we finally saw it. There's a Scald going into the Suicune. And Khas is frozen solid. There's the Ice Punch. Honestly, what I would have done is Scald the Venusaur and Giga Drain the Suicune, the opposing Suicune. So now there's dead weight in the back for Ali with that frozen Venusaur. Okay, that's unfortunate with the not going for the... Ooh, that's a nice burn, that's a very painful burn. Oops, sorry, not 212, that's 22. And yeah, there's no way he could win.
Is your turn over?
Oh god, it hurts so bad. I can't go.
Umar and Ali are arguing whether it's a 4-0 or a 4-1. Well, it could go both ways. Are we going to see Umar winning here or Ali winning? By Ali, I mean Wolverine. It's kind of hard being a commentator when you know everyone's names, but everyone in the games are using their nicknames, so it's kind of awkward having to jump between the names. So there you see Wolverine with his Heatran, Thunderous, Venusaur, Landorus, Suicune, and Blaziken. Kind of mix up the names sometimes. And just as a reminder for Umar's team, it's Gengar, Conkeldurr, Heatran, Thunderous, Landorus, and Suicune. So we see, let's see what's the leads. That's Heatran and Gengar, and we see Landorus and Venusaur. Kind of an interesting lead here. Both of Umar's Pokemon don't like facing that Landorus, especially considering it has a choice band, and it can knock out the Gengar with a choice banded knockoff. At the same time, the Heatran doesn't like taking a choice banded Earthquake from a Landorus. From a Landorus. So there's the Mega Gengar, Mega Venusaur. No Mega Gengar this turn, predicting the knockoff coming from the Landorus. Yeah, that's probably an Earthquake. That's probably an Earthquake. And that's not Shikaberry. So it's going to take the knockout. Very, very, very unfortunate. Turn 1 for Umar here. It looks like Hax is not on his side. I don't like going with Suicune if there's a Venusaur out. It's kind of not very nice, even though it's very bulky and the Giga Drain want to do as much damage as most, but it's too overwhelming. There's the knockoff going into the Gengar, knocking it, not knocking it out. Apparently it's a damage roll on the first time. So there's that. Ice Beam taking out the Landorus. And there's the Giga Drain going into the Suicune, doing over half, activating the Citrus Berry. It's a bit of an awkward position for Umar with a 14 HP Gengar. That Blaziken is going to be a bit tough for it. Blaziken usually goes for the obvious turn 1 protect, but there's always the chance it won't. So Gengar goes for the protect and Blaziken goes for the protect. And then going by Ali's reaction, I guess he went for an attack against the Gengar with the Venusaur. Yes, it does. So that's an interesting turn of events. Umar might still have this. Blaziken doesn't want to take the scald from that Suicune, especially considering it's literally wet paper in terms of defenses, that is. There we see the Dazzling Gleam as he goes for the superpower into the Suicune. So +1 speed. Blaziken is faster than Tailwind Suicune. That's interesting to know. There's a Scout knocking out the Blaziken. So things are going quite well, kind of. There's a Sludge Bomb going into the Gengar, which is the better play instead of keeping going after the Suicune. So there's the Thunderous coming from Umar's side and the Suicune. Okay, things are getting a bit interesting here. We're seeing two Suicunes, both with a bad matchup on the opponent's side. So looks like this is the meta here. No Kangaskhan.
Where did the puzzles come?
So there we see the Protect. I guess the Protect was really obvious here. And there's the Ice Beam going into the Venusaur. Not doing much. There's a Giga Drain knocking out the Suicune. I believe that Thunderous is more offensive than bulky. Yeah, it's a Life Orb Thunderous. So unless he goes for the Swagger onto the Venusaur, I don't think there's any chance. Okay, there's a Thunderbolt, and not enough to knock out, I believe. Yeah, not enough. And he'll double into it with an Ice Beam and a Sludge Bomb, very likely to knock it out. Yep, it's definitely within. Sleep Powder! Okay, I guess you can try to be on the safe side, but with the accuracy on the Sleep Powder, it's a bit risky. And it's a 2-0 for Ali's side. We have our champion. Please congratulate Wolverine or Ali, whichever name you prefer. This is what happens when you attempt to fish and go overboard with the hacks. A very nice performance by both players. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. We'll now give away the prizes, close the stream, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Next time is going to be a bit tough, considering I will not be available for. Yeah, I will not be available on January, so I'm not sure how I'll do this. Especially considering I really want to do tournaments for the VGC 2016 starting January. I'll see how that goes. You can follow me on Twitter, Khalid VGC down here, and you can, if you scroll down a bit on the Twitch page, you can see Pokemon UAE's social media pages, Facebook, both Facebook links and the Twitter. You can follow us there if you want to know when's the next tournament. Of course, if there's a stream, I'll share it there, and or keep reminding everyone of the stream on Twitter as usual. So thank you guys for watching. I'll hope to see you guys next time, and have a good night. It's 9:51 p.m. So I need to go home and have dinner, then go home, then sleep. So once again, thank you for watching, and